I want to tell you about this amazing session taking place Sunday, August the 30th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it is a group counseling session with none other than Minister Pastor Timothy Lane. Now, why do I say that is an opportunity? You know why? Because it's an opportunity for you and I to be free from any unforgiveness, from any things in our lives that we may be holding on to, that we may have struggled with letting go. Listen, all of us have dealt with trauma. One of the things that the Lord has been severely dealing with me is about facing my trauma in particular. Now, in terms of forgiveness, my trauma in some areas, like my grief, is very different from that. But even when we look over our lives, it's really important that we be honest with ourselves, that even if there's that one situation or circumstance where if anybody brings up that person's name or brings up that incident, and you know that internally it makes you feel some kind of way, that's what I'm talking about right now. We have just entered the glory, and you don't want to try to go into this season with anything that's not of God uprooted out of your life and out of your heart and out of your soul and out of your spirit. So I want to invite you to come along with me. I had to search my own heart, and I can truly say for the most part I didn't feel like I had any unforgiveness, but there's one particular situation in my life that I said, you know what, I think that's the one thing that whenever that situation comes up, it's kind of like, I got a few issues, with those people that are connected to that. And so I said, you know what, I know that I can't afford to have any root of bitterness and anything in my heart. And so I want you to join me as we get help and get counseling and get free together, because it's time for our glory, and we're not going to let anything stop us, right? And we want to just bask in the presence of God. And Minister Pastor Timothy Lane is a professional, and he is going to help us get our freedom. Some of you may remember that the real definition of freedom or liberty is to stretch far and wide. And this counseling session is going to stretch us far and wide, and stretch us so that we have a greater capacity of God, because we're going to maintain and obtain the freedom that comes through Him. So join. We need you to register though. Register on Eventbrite. It is totally and absolutely free. In Liberty Nation, you're going to see a lot more things like this, because we don't want you to be impeded at all by money. Now, of course, we will eventually ask those who can give to give, but we don't want any excuse for anyone not to get their freedom, okay? So register now. It's absolutely free. I'm looking forward to seeing you August the 30th. And by the way, invite your friends and family. Invite somebody, a co-worker, a neighbor that needs help, that needs to get forgiveness. This session is going to teach us and uproot the thought patterns and the things in our hearts and minds that make us continue to rehearse things that have wounded us and hurt us, which is really a cycle of unforgiveness. See, this is the time we gotta be true. Remember, we said there's no glory without truth. So you gotta apply the truth to those areas and those issues and those circumstances in your life where you cannot let something go. And this is also an evangelistic tool. There are some who won't ever come to church, but they'll come to this because they're going to get help and they're going to be the better for it. So help us by spreading the word to your brothers and sisters and to your family and friends that all are welcome for this group counseling as we get our freedom together. Come on, let's remember, we liberate. God bless you.
Anytime you suffer trauma and it's not addressed, that pain gets trapped in your body. I've had people who were 65 and they had wounds from when they were 6. It gets trapped in your subconscious. So it's sitting there and is manifesting as triggers, is manifesting as depression, is manifesting as anger, is manifesting as anxiety, is manifesting as fear, is manifesting as you have a relationship problem, you don't trust people, it manifests as you're sabotaging your marriage, it manifests as you afraid to move forward, you're afraid to go back to college, you're afraid to step up in ministry, it manifests as low self-esteem. These are all past unaddressed wounds that are spilling over into the present. And this is why inner healing is so necessary before you even deal with a demon.